Welcome back to MasterGuide. This is Yeti, and I'm back at it again with another episode on how to win and close your games. What is the most important thing you need to win games? Expensive skins? Good teammates? Maybe you need a triple kill? Nope, there is only one thing that you need. Objectives! Getting kills or having gold advantage mean nothing if you can't convert that into objectives. That will be our topic for today, and of course, if you like this type of video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more. Let us now begin by reviewing what objectives are. So, what are objectives? Simply put, objectives are what you take as a team to win the game. The biggest objective, of course, is the enemy base. You destroy it, you win the game. There are three smaller objectives you can take to gain advantage. The first one is called turrets, or as others call, just the tower. The second one is turtle. And finally, the last one is lord. Any one of these will give you gold, EXP, or even map control. Let's now take a closer look at the different properties of each objectives, and also go over the changes in Season 23. There are three types of turrets, and the first one is called outer turret. It's special because it has gold plating and gives damage reduction in the first 5 minutes. The next one is called the inner turret. If you destroy the outer turret before the 8-minute mark, this inner turret has an extra defense for 1 minute. Finally, the base turret or inhibitor. In Season 23, if you destroy the inner turret in the first 12 minutes, the inhibitor sends a shockwave to the first minions that enter its range. Next on our list is Turtle. In Season 23, Turtle now gives shield to the entire team, but you get more buffs if you last hit it. The most important thing you need to know about Turtle is it spawns every 2 minutes, so that means the buff 2 only lasts for 2 minutes. Think of its value as a blue buff or red buff, but a bit bigger because your whole team benefits from it. And finally, we have Lord. They can spawn as early as 8 minutes and will continue to spawn every 3 minutes after it dies until the game ends. There are three types of Lord. The first one is the Elemental Lord, and as you probably know, it enhances your ally minions and marches down the lane with the least amount of turrets. Past the 12-minute mark, the Elemental Lord becomes enhanced and it gains an extra ability where it charges at one of the enemy turrets. You will know that the Lord is enhanced if he appears yellow on the minimap. Finally, past the 18-minute mark, the Lord evolves and gains 3 new special abilities. Number 1, Lord has increased damage reduction. This goes down the more heroes are around it, making it easier to kill. Number 2, Lord's defense increases the more allies are near him. And number 3, if ally heroes are nearby Lord, they deal extra physical and magic damage. So now that we know more about each of the objectives, let's talk about which one you should prioritize. In the early game, you only have access to the outer turret and turtle. As shown in the chart, getting the outer turret has more value than the turtle because 1, it gives more gold, number 2, it will be easier to gank the laner and deny them the special minions, and number 3, turtle gives a one-time shield that only lasts for 2 minutes. It's really good to get, but not worth trading your early tower for. Once the gold plating disappears, the outer turret value gradually decreases and turtle becomes the priority. During mid-game, the inner turret becomes the top priority, and in most cases even more valuable than Lord. The reason for this is because it opens up the map. Without the inner turrets, it will be easy to invade jungle, the enemies can't overextend, and you force them to stay confined at their base. After taking the bot lane tower, the highest priority becomes the inhibitor. There are no minions in mid lane, and there are enemy heroes in bot lane and in top lane, so at this point, it's easier to just go for turtle. Don't force objectives, always go for the highest priority that you can readily take. Finally, in late game, after you've taken down all the inner turrets, there are one of 2 ways you can do to end the game. Number 1, you can take Lord and end the game with it. This is what you do if you have a tremendous lead over the enemy. Number 2, you try to take an inhibitor while waiting for Lord to be enhanced or evolve. This forces them to stay inside by taking as many of their turrets before your final push. Now let's quickly summarize the priority objectives. The first one is of course the base, because if you destroy it, you win the game, simple as that. In late game, the priority is the evolved Lord, base turret, then enhanced Lord. In mid game, the inner turret and the elemental Lord have the same priority depending on the situation. And then in the early game, the priority is the gold plating, the turtle, then the outer turret with no plates. Always go for the one on top of the prio list as much as you can, but never force an objective if you don't think you can get it. That concludes Part 1 Objectives. For Part 2, we will be revisiting and applying these concepts while analyzing a full rank gameplay. If you enjoyed watching this and don't want to miss out, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. That should be it for me. Stay frosty everyone, this is Yeti signing out.